Greetings and salutations. And we're back with some Palword. Now, I did play quite a bit off um off camera. And I say quite a bit because you may notice some things have changed. There's no longer the the bath there. It's now the advanced place of respite over here. I have the compound bow. Oops. Oh wait, fell bat. Yes, I do have a fell bat. I have all three of the workshop productions. My power capacity is only 74. I tore up the little harvesting area. The farm to put in crops. Kind of a necessary thing because my pals were running out of food. 2 furnaces, so on and so forth. Yeah, I need to build a lot of repair kits. We've had quite a few ne'er-do-wells show up and decide to poke holes in my base, for lack of a better term. And I need to make bread. Wait, I can make jam-filled buns. They do give me more nutrition. So, here's the thing that happened. Good. He's over here cooking. Saves me time. I moved some stuff. I also built another thing up here. I had a raid come through, and it was, I think they call them like a pack of savage something or other. And they came around this way and came in through the top side. So I decided to put a brick thing and then be able to shoot through the windows. Kind of like I have this wooden one down here to at least impede progress. That's the whole design. I have another egg over here that I have to finish. Oh, not yet. It's a huge verdant egg. So, it said legendary on it, so we're hoping something good comes out of that. I need to make the improved furnace, but I don't have that yet. I only have 51 arrows. 81 arrows now. But I was running with the musket. And I realized that it's cheaper to make the arrows for the compound bow, and I get marginally more damage out of the compound bow. So I thought, okay, switch to the compound bow. No problem. I haven't used it yet. Wait till you see the other base. There have been problems. Right, I need to make a repair kit. Couple repair kits, actually. Let me grab these arrows again and then head out. I'll pick up the jam-filled buns later. So I've explored a little bit of stuff. I ended up exploring all the way up in here. As you can see, I went up and around this way. Got up behind here, got to the Pal Genetic Tower. I already beat the other tower, the Free Pal Alliance. Beat it. This base. Look, I can go do Elfidrin. This base I used to have human power generators, and I used to have something else going on here, but it got raided multiple times, and a lot of stuff got destroyed. And so I didn't know they were short on beds. My bad. All right, speed for handiwork, research speed of handiwork. Work speed for kindling. Now, does this affect all bases, or is it just this one? Mushrooms. That's not helpful. But yeah, this went like I had stuff down here. They came up and over there. They just torched half this base to pieces. So I was like, you know what? We're just gonna we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna see what happens. I've only caught a few other things. I'm level 33. One of the things I did do is I got a Wumpo when I was way up in the frigid north, and with that Wumpo, I traded it in to this guy, and he gave me 100,000 experience. So that really helped out with getting me to go from 32 to 33 really quickly. Where's he sell Fidrum? But even with this, even with the cold resistant armor, I still had to run around with a torch in those mountains at night. Otherwise, it was not warm enough, and my character was freezing. I also got the snipers module, so now uh I can snipe with my spheres. Okay, that's just disastrous. Go fell that. Downtrodden and shabby. Spectacular. Eternal Pyre Tower. I don't even have a fire armor set yet. I need to build one. I need to farm a lot of stuff. Musket schematic, huh? Right in the back of the dome. Well deserved. So I've already defeated Petalia. I defeated Ephedrine. There's Elizabeth. I do need to do that. I've already defeated Lasso. Jormuntide. That's going to be tough. I did see Anubis. A level 18 Nightwing will be easy. The Domode will be easy. Fought the Fellbat, Forgotten Island Ruins Church. Oh, Loop Moon. Down he goes. This bow is much easier to handle. I mean, the musket gives you the greatest boost of power, if you really want to think about it that way, because a musket is literally just you load it up, you snipe people, they're gone. That's how much power a musket gives you. And then when you look at it objectively compared to the compound bow, no contest. This thing has a faster reload time, just absolutely destroys things. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Maybe I should see what that Alphydrine has for. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, I have it with me. Never mind. Amicable Holy Dragon, Draconic Breath, Mystic Whirlwind, Flare Arrow. Joliet there is incredible. Oh, and believe me, I had to save so many of my pals. One of them was had like next to zero sanity. I had to pick him up and personally throw him into um another area. This is insane. You're watering the potato. I want to water the carrots. I do like how the water coming out of the water can has like this graphical distortion of like you can see how the water just kind of like distorts the visuals of the stuff it's passing through. It's a little care like that that people. It's stuff like that that really makes a game stick out to me. Like for example, Super Mario Galaxy, right? I love that game, and it's because of things like the soundtrack, the the little nuance they had, where if you long jump around certain planets that are smaller, your gravitational pull on that planet is reduced, and it's just good. It's good to see something like that happen. And the reason I say it's good to see something like that happen is because you have you have people that kind of don't appreciate the nuance that goes into a game. Like they look at a game and they're just kind of, well, that's the game, whatever. And they don't really care one way or the other about the quality. And they don't look at the nuance in the game. And I find it weird that they just don't care about subtle nuance in a game like that. Like, it's, to me, is a completely is a completely foreign concept of how they don't care about it. A lot of this stuff doesn't really need to be repaired. It just, some of it's damaged, and I didn't really want it damaged. $27 on that, huh? Okay. What about this? Did this get badly damaged? No, it's pretty well maintained. Hot springs are perfectly fine. I probably need to take some of these repair kits over to the other place. I do. And I was having a conversation with another friend the other day. Let me tell you, our conversation branched off into the problems that exist in gaming. And he was saying that, a lot of the games that are done today are slapped together with AI, and that you can see the AI in it, and that it's pathetic, and they need to get away from it, and so on and so forth. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, okay, yeah, I can see where he's saying that, but at the same time, you're never gonna get away from AI. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. And the reason I say that is plain and simple. What is this? This is a sphere place. It is a sphere assembly line. The reason why it's not going to work, the reason why it's not going to help you to get away from AI, and this is exactly the thing I said, is you have a group of people. You literally could have like two guys, age 18, one's an art major in college, and one has an idea for a video game. They get together, they put their heads together and say, all right, let's make a game. So they make a game. They can program the entire framework in AI. AI does all the heavy lifting when it comes to building a framework. AI does all the heavy lifting when it comes to building a complete project. And all they have to do is just sit there and watch as this thing is basically built for them. Now, does that mean that they built the game? No. A lot of people would obviously have the same feeling. They'd be upset. Absolutely livid. But here's the thing. Game companies today, like Activision, EA, all of them, every single one of these game companies is going to switch to AI. They're going to. And there's a reason why they're going to. And everybody thinks, well, they're going to because it's cheaper and easier to build a game. Correct. 100% correct. It is cheaper and easier to build a game in AI. Using AI. And, of course, this is where people would get upset and say, Well, companies should care more about their employees. Companies care about profit. Now, I'm not going to sit here and talk like some sort of, you know, we all need a bread line and how they're a good thing. I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to say this. All companies, corporations, everything do care about a bottom line. 100%. You're never going to change that. That is the unfortunate side effect of the gaming industry. It's unfortunate side effect of every industry. They are always going to care about bottom line. Because any good company worth its weight in salt wants to make that profit. They're not foolish. But here's where the shoe pinches. People say, well, they're making the profit at the expense of workers. No. They're making the profit at what you consider to be the expense of workers. Are they downsizing places to make room for the CEOs and shareholders to make more money? Absolutely. They are. And that's the true enemy of the video game industry. It's the shareholders. This idea that, a whole pack of suits harumphing over there in a room somehow know more about the game industry than you do as a consumer. Like, you play the game. You should know about how the game works, correct? One would think. But then it boils down to what actually happens. These individuals who don't know anything, per se, about the game itself or the game industry will go and do something completely boneheaded. And then they will point at the players and say, well, it was your fault that it happened. They're passing the buck because they know that if they do that and they say it's the player's fault that this new game wasn't well liked. It's not the player's fault. But if the company does that and turns a blind eye to everything, they can absolve themselves of the vast majority of the guilt. Well, it wasn't our fault the game failed. And then they would proceed to say, well, it was all your fault. All you video game players out there demanded too much of us. So, the shareholders are what's ruining the games. And what are they doing? They're now going to employ AI to increase their profits, decrease their accountability, and they're going to basically say, well, the AI allows them to make cheaper games. It does. But they're not going to hire people. They're going to develop the entire game out of AI. Meanwhile, these independent kids, I use that term loosely, I think, they're 18, 20-year-old, 21-year-olds, who have a love for the game, will use AI and build a game for the sake of the game. They won't build a game for the sake of profit. So they'll make a AAA quality game and they'll sell it at single A price. $15 a game, $30 a game, because it's not about the money. It's about the game. And that's where we're headed. And it's this idea that somehow, some way, like, the video game industry is going to crumble. The AAA developers are going to fail. It's a sad fact of it all. People don't like hearing it because they care about their AAA developers. You have loyalists out there, brand loyalists, who sit there and they're like, well, you know, but Call of Duty, but EA, but, you know, Persona 5. Doesn't really matter. Pick your game. Every single company is going to keep jacking up the prices of these games and keep turning down the quality of these games. It's just a fact. And the more players put up with it, the more it ends up harming the video games as a whole. And people of cowards would say, well, what's the solution? If you want the solution, you have to be the solution. You as a player of the game, you as a consumer of games, have to sit down and make a concentrated effort at either building a game using AI to create backgrounds and framework, or I'm running away from the Musanda lumps, aren't I? Is it down below? Or, as a consumer and developer of said games and everything, you have to kind of, well, not necessarily developer. If other players developed games, people that play games develop them, there's the Musanda Lux. You wouldn't have as big of a problem. Sorry, Fox Sparks, I kind of need the organs. Rip-a-doodle for you, I guess. There you go, Musanda. I mean, and it's like I was saying, as much as people don't like to hear that about how that's really how it's going to go, that's sadly it is. I mean, look at some of the greatest successes in games recently. The vast majority of them have been to small independent developers. Granted, none of them were using AI. They actually took the time to develop. But with the advances in AI that we have now, you can have AI code this entire game right here. Or something very similar. And then you can have AI create all the backgrounds. And then you come in and you touch them up. Just like with the code. They'll code it in such a way that you'll take a look at it and say, I want it tweaked ever so slightly. And so you tweak it ever so slightly. And once you've tweaked that code the way you want it, yes, it's AI built, but you now have customized it. Does it make it yours? No. No. But the idea is yours. And you have these things called IPs, intellectual properties. And I say, well, that's because that person thought it up. Kind of like Mario. Shigeru Miyamoto thought up Mario, thought up Donkey Kong. Rare tried to get the rights to Donkey Kong, and Shigeru Miyamoto said, well, I thought it up. Court ruled in favor of Shigeru Miyamoto. Having said that, that kind of raises an interesting question. Everybody talks about like IP theft, and like what is the true IP theft? They didn't take your thought; they copied your game. But is it really theft of an IP? It's copying an architect, like an homage. So, I mean, it raises many valid questions. When does IP theft actually occur? When they use your actual work and recreate it verbatim? If that's the case, then if I think up a game and I post it somewhere, at least the concept of it, the idea, and someone else takes it, that's copyright infringement, number one, because you'd have to post it in a public place, and copyright law covers public places. But then, is it also IP theft? Because it was my idea, and then they took it. So there needs to be clearer defined things on like intellectual property. And in either case, you're going to have a vast majority of video game players turned devs, some of them good, some of them bad. Okay, he gave me Paldium fragments. Interesting. You'll have some of the devs that are good, some of them that are bad. But it's all going to be people building out of passion for the game, which then asks another question. If you build a passion project as a game, who can criticize it? Is it above critique? Is it beyond critique? But I personally say no. Everything can be critiqued in a game, in media, in a novel, in you name it. If it's even if it's press releases, even if it's journalism, it can be critiqued, regardless if they have a passion for it or not. Even my YouTube videos here could be critiqued, and if people critique them, that's their opinion. I can't trample upon their opinion. That's how they view it. That's how they think about it. Nor would I try. I wouldn't try to trample on their opinion and say, well, they're wrong. I'm not going to do that. That's one of the reasons that I think, yeah, whoops, didn't want to do that. Yeah, I'm a small-time YouTuber. 100%. Won't deny it. Right? when you don't fuel the critiques and you don't fuel the people and you don't feed the trolls and that kind of thing, 9 times out of 10, they're never going to deal with it. They're just gonna avoid you because they have no need to waste energy on somebody that's not going to waste energy on them. And many of them are that way. They'll just kind of shrug their shoulders and go, whatever. Now, there are some that will go out of their way to try to ruin your day. Whoa. Where are you running off with that rock, buddy? Hellbat's absolutely broken, by the way. Ow. He can just life steal everything he gets, everything he loses. Ouch. That was painful. Waiting for my shields to come back. Ow. Armor is damaged, out of ammo. Well, not out of ammo anymore. Wait. He got me with one of those little tiny fragments? Are you kidding? Ridiculous. I demand a recount. I had him. I had him. Probably take a fire type. Do I even have a good fire type? That's a question. For the millennia. Thought I had something in here like a Van Worm or something. Or an Arsox. A lot of Fox Sparks. I'm Bushi. And he only knows Ignis Blast. I need something that's a heavy hitter. Well, okay. Of course, my armor is damaged. That's how you level them, right there. All right, we're gonna go back out there. Had him. I had him. Oh, yeah, that was stupid. There's a green fish over there. I want to get it. I gotta go get my stuff. I gotta go over here and fish. Let's call him a name. I'm pretty sure Bushi can take him. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, the fire damage would be super effective. In quotes. Oh, the hip lantern never goes away. Is that because it's a key item? Yes, I know you're cold. You shouldn't be. You've got a hip lantern. Really, Depresso? Really? You're gonna be that guy? Okay. I'm gonna go fishing real quick. I'm gonna have to repair my armor in order to fight the Wumpo Baton, but he's definitely coming back out for Wumpo. I've noticed that the moment your armor gets damaged, like you have to be hoping and praying that you don't get hit, because if you get hit with your armor damaged, it's goodbye very quickly. At least some of the fish are still here, the good ones. If not, I'll go back up there to the thing. I'll repair my armor and then come back out for the Wumpo. Ooh, they are still here. Nice. Remarkable craftsmanship. And you know what? I'm gonna do it. It's a beginner fisher spot, but whatever. I have 2 armors to make, or I have an armor to repair and an armor to make, so. Fine. The handgun is good for dispatching multiple enemies that are low to medium health. Like, yeah, you can reload it quicker. Yeah, you can fire it quicker. But is what it is, you know? You just don't expect much out of it. I don't, anyway. I'm coming back out for you, Wumpo. You just wait. Before this video ends, I'm gonna get that Wumpo. I don't want to make a 2-hour video, but if this Wumpo doesn't end up in my PAL box, I'm coming back out. I'm coming again. So you can't use regular arrows. You have to use reinforced arrows, which is a shame, but it's understandable. Wait, can't make that much handgun ammo. I need more sulfur. This is tragic. Wait, I can switch my lantern's lighting mode? I can just leave it on all the time. Nice. I have a lot of electrical. I have one electrical. Wait, didn't I put another electrical organ in over? I did. Not where I wanted it. That's where I put it. Yeah, I have all of my flame organs with me. It's all right though. Bones. I don't know why, but every single time I hear bones, all I can see is um the old Quake. You had people named Rack, Slash, uh, Bones, like you name it. Apparently, I don't have any place for the medical supplies. Okay. Still want to make the Meow Mirror, but I need to find Predator cores, and I can't find those anywhere. I don't really want the assault rifle. I like this bow. I need... Would love to make hyperspheres. Cement's cost. I need to make the armor, though. The heat armor. 24 cloth. I'm short by 3 cloth. Well, that's going to take a month of Sundays. That's going to take forever, too. Wait, I should take a look at that and see if it said handiwork one of whatever. It does. Which means if I handiwork... Ooh. Work speed for handiwork. I need more cloth. I think I know what I need to do. I think I need to put another wool thing. I need to make a wool factory over in the other base. Verdash. Frost plume. I don't know who either of these people are. Grassland speeds. I don't really have a grass. I don't use one anyway. Put them in here. Wow, he's got level 3 handiwork. Perfect. Now what's he like? Grassland Speedster. While fighting together increases players' movement speed and changes the player's attack type to... Yo. That's actually kind of crazy. A level 3 handiwork, though. So, before I go back out to the Wumpo, I'm going to go over here to this base. I should be able to build a farm. And I should be able to swap out some of my miners for other stuff. Because I made this like into an entire mining facility. Not the breeding farm. A ranch. Stone, fiber, wood. I mean, they could do that. Lumbering would be okay. I can't waste the 10 flame organs. I'd have to do that one over at the other one. I still want to do more handiwork, though. That's still going to have to happen over there. Which means I have to bring stone here and fiber. 25 fiber and 14 stone. I know I could just go out and farm it, but when I have this stuff back at this other base, what's the point? You just... We're going to take 30 fiber, and we're just going to take 30 stone. That'll cover it. And then I'll just replace a whole bunch with land balls. And of course, I don't have enough flame organs. Shock and awe. Poor Spark, it's working his behind completely to the bone. Alright, I need... Spectacular. I don't have the heat armor. I don't have the... Gotta go build that ranch real quick. And then I'll go get the Wumpo. I should be able to with, Mushi. Then I can just ignite him, light him on fire. No big deal. Alright, time to rearrange the pals in here. Alright, Masandalux, you gotta come out for that. You're a planter, you have to stay. You're a planter, you have to stay. We honestly don't need that many miners. At least not anymore. He needs to stay because he waters. He needs to stay because it's transport and handiwork. Handiwork. Water, transport, handiwork. Handiwork, miner, freezing. Yeah. So they can all stay. But all of these guys need to do exactly that. Good to know they understand the plot. So now I've got that covered. It's Chumpawumpo time. Again. I'm gonna get him before the end of this video. Even if this video takes an hour and a half. Not that I want it to, but I haven't seen any interesting watermarks over there. Unfortunately, I only have 5 gigaspheres. And no handgun ammo, because I was making cement. I still need to find a place with a whole bunch of sulfur. Fiery area might have some. If it does, I'm going to have to make a mining facility there to get a whole bunch of sulfur. Because I've got so much ore I don't know what to do with anymore. And that's the truth. I honestly don't know what to do with all my ingots. Back at the base, I've got like 400 and something. I also need to make a helmet too. I need to farm high quality pal oil. That comes from things like Caprity and right, Dinosum, Caprity. I also needed these organs. No, you don't. Wow, that rush ore died standing up. Ow. That hits so hard. Nope, not today, Wumpo. Ow. Okay, maybe today, Wumpo. Nope. Not gonna get hit with that one again. That's what I'm talking about. You set out to do something and you do it. I'm doing the beacon saddle because now I won't have to take along the other thing, and I need the improved furnace. Sure, I'll take that. Air dash boots. Ability classes. Ancient Civilization Core. Night Star Sand. Okay, I don't know any of this stuff. I don't know about those yet. But we got the Wumpo Batan. Oh yeah, I got more stats. More health. I've noticed that health maxing really helps out. But now that I've got the Wumpo and the goal has been achieved, I need to find a quick little area to fast travel from, and I will be calling it a day. I love how it's a free pal alliance, and they're just over there doming a Kativa with a bow, a crossbow. There's the lift monk effigy. Yo, I swear, the further you get out from your base, the less and less fast travel points are. I mean, look at this. Fast travel points, and then over here there's nothing. And then up here there's literally nothing. It's like, get some fast travel points, please. Like, evenly distributed. Wait, or rerat. I mean, an improved furnace takes cement. I wonder, does it make it so that you can put more people working on it? I don't get it. Can I break down the primitive furnaces and build like a one advanced furnace? Does that work? I have no idea. Let me let me dome one of these capries and see if I can get high quality pal oil. Nope. What about Dynasum? Nope, they give seeds. Goodbye, Fox Sparks. I need high quality pal oil. I can't seem to get my hands on it. Perfect. More Fox Sparks over here. I'm gonna head over toward the. All right. So now we have Wumpo Baton. I'm gonna take a look at him. I bet he's got like harvesting 2, 3. Don't know. Give me those figures. That's still not big. Okay, buddy. Nope. He was working himself to death. His sanity was 20. Like he did not need anything along those lines. All right. So I wanted to see what this guy had. Lawn bowling, spine vine, and grass tornado. He's kind of got terrible attack. He's got 2 handiwork though. Putting Nightwing away now that I have a beacon saddle. Mega grappling gun. Oh wait, don't I have a Giga one? I think I have a Giga grappling gun, but I think I currently have the Mega one on. I do have the Mega. Giga. Oh, he was mining that. Okay. Um, I don't know my ingots go. I only have 13 ingots left. Are you serious? Hold on, let me show you why I only have like 13 ingots. Apparently, I've been using ingots like 100 at a time plus. Don't know how, but whatever. Hmm. I kind of want to make my... Okay, thanks. Now you are free of your bond. I want to grab this cement real quick. I want to make the enhanced furnace before I put any ingots in it. Wow. He just jumps on it and went from being a minute to construct to peanuts. There you go. 593 ingots. Beautiful. But that's going to do it for here. Managed to do quite a bit, actually. Went out, caught a couple of things, beat a couple of bosses, got a Wombo Botan, short for botanical. I think I need to make one more cement. I need another furnace for the enhanced ingots, or whatever they're called. The multiple smelt. I know they're an alloy. Nope. Go away, dude. Don't have enough flame organs. No surprise there. Well, anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed this video, because I know I did. I got what I would say is a lot accomplished in this small amount of time. Hour and 14 minutes. Small amount. And hope everybody has a fantastic evening, a wonderful tomorrow, and as always, have a good one.